Operation of the TV Logic LVM-172. When I connect power to the AC input on the back of the monitor, I also need to toggle the power switch. So now I'm connecting power, toggle the switch, the monitor will detect that it's been fed power, and we'll go through a sequence testing that everything is perfect. TV Logic logo indicates that it's working, and now it will switch to the last input it was fed. You can see the time code is being displayed at the center, while on the analog input I've got a DVD playing in component, and on the DVI input I've got a computer. So the monitor will take analog, digital signals in SD or HD in most computer formats, and it is really a menu-driven monitor. By pressing the menu button, a menu appears. And each one of the menu, press the up or down key to go through the various menus. Notice here it says 1 of 2, 2 of 2. If I want to press back or go back outside, I can go here. And let's say I'm interested in having the audio meters. I will press audio, select the type of level meter I want. I want either 16 channel or off. So I press on. I can select pair or groups of audio. I can select a reference level from minus 18 to minus 20, and I've put the level meters into a high mode. I press menu again, it goes away. And now notice I've got horizontal VU meters on the right and the left of the screen, time code. If I'm interested in having a marker, I can press the button marker, and a marker will appear. LTC, off, VITC. I can put the monitor in mono mode or in blue check mode. This is blue check mode. This is mono mode or black and white. This is color or normal. I can also look at focus assist, and this is by pressing again the mono button. The red outlay indicates where the image is in focus. Press again and I'm off. I can do the H&V delay, so I'm able to see the ancillary data as well as the horizontal vertical information. So H&V delay to the computer input. Then I can actually look at different aspect ratios. This is overscan input. This is user aspect that you set in the menu. This is zero scan or no scaling whatsoever. 1-to-1 scan, same thing. If I go on the DVD, for instance, indicates component. Now here, going through the various aspect ratio, I'll be able to see a change in picture. So this is max width. This is fit to width. Overscan, user aspect, zero scan, 1-to-1 scan. In other words, that's the original size of this pixel, and this is fit to screen. In this case, it's a 235-to-1 ratio, and this is why I have black above and below. If it was a 69, I'd have a full screen. If I switch back to the SDI input, I'm able to see the information. Now, you saw how to remove timecode simply by pressing the button and toggling through the various positions. In the menu, I can also remove the VU meters simply by going to the audio menu, pressing enter, and switching to the off position. Out of the menu, and you probably noticed I have a waveform here. Again, this is menu driven. So first menu is where I can adjust brightness, contrast, chroma, aperture. Second menu is color temperature, where I can change from a warm 6500 to a cool 7300. To a preset that I prefer. The markers, they can be set on or off. Safety area, basically all the markers that we can take on by pressing this button are available here. In the remote UMD, I can select what the pins will do, or I can see what the pins will do. In the vector waveform, this is where I can select how my waveform vector looks like. So if I press here, now it's off, waveform, vector, and off. I can also change the intensity, the blend. So let me put it on. So now it's on. Pressing menu, go back. A blend will mix into the background, and opaque will basically be over a black background. I can change the size of it from a large to a small, or normal to large. I can change its position. Notice 3 positions. Focus assist can be changed to a different color, and its level can also be changed. So let me change that, and we'll go back and press it so we see the difference. So you may remember before it was a red overlay. Now I'm toggling to the various positions. Now it's going to be a green overlay, and you can see it along every contour line. Here there's no contour, so none, but notice here we have it around the astronaut. So pressing this again removes that function and goes back to a standard signal. If I go to menu, this is my default menu where I can basically turn on timecode. Timecode enabled right now is off. I will turn it on. I can again choose the same menu that I had in the button. I can put closed caption in, 708, 608. I can even generate an internal pattern if I would like. It allows me to go through the various menus. This is the system menu, the audio menu, the waveform focus, the remote UMD or under monitor display. This is information that will be displayed, and the tally is what will allow this light to come on. This is the marker menu. This is the color temperature menu, and this is the picture menu. So let's kick in the VU meters. We go to audio, press menu, enter. Let's turn it on. There we go, and there's my menus. Now, of course, I've got aperture controls right up front. Notice in this, I have aperture, I have brightness, chroma, contrast, and volume. So obviously volume, contrast, brightness, or chroma, I should say, sorry, brightness, aperture, so on and so forth. Now let's look at the back connection of the LVM172. This is the AC power, able to take from 100 to 240 volts, 50 or 60 hertz. This is the toggle switch. Position 0 means off, 1 on. This is an XLR4 DC feed, and it can be either 12 or 24 volts. The network connections here are for RS422 looping, as well as remote control. This is audio inputs for the analog inputs, whether they be component or DVI. Analog. So if we look at the inputs, here we have composite signal 1, composite signal 2, composite signal 3, or component Y, PB, PR, or R, B, and G for red, green, and blue. Of course, they have looping capability. This is the programming port for those software updates that we mentioned before. This is a DVI-I connector. In other words, it can take a digital DVI or an analog DVI. If you want to feed an HDMI, all you need is a DisplayPort is a mechanical adapter that will take DisplayPort or HDMI to DVI. SDI1 or A, SDI-B, both of them have an input, and as you can see, it's a switched output. So if I'm on SDI-A, the output will be that input, and if I'm on SDI-B, the out will be the thing. So think of this as a 2-by-1 switch.